what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. So as you can see, this is the box art for the Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. And it does look pretty cool, and I am excited about getting this figure because I have never had like a Pinhead figure, so that's one of the reasons why I was kind of actually excited about picking this one up, and I actually saw this film in the theaters back in 1987 when it was originally released. I actually went and saw this one, Now as far as like the Hellraiser film series go, I only seen like the first 4 films, I saw all those in the theaters. So actually, every Hellraiser film that came in the theaters, were the first 4, I saw those in the film. But when I went to video, that's why I didn't watch them, no longer was watching them. But yeah, I'll be talking about this, and this is the Hellraiser from NECA, or the NECA Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. Alright. So again, like I said before, this is the actual box art for the Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. Now, one of the things I do notice about is this actual cover that they used for it. This wasn't a theatrical poster for the film, back when it was released. So I don't know where this cover came from, I don't know if this actually is for NECA or just like an alternate poster they had. Probably when it was like in a foreign country or anything, But it says, demon to some, angel to others. That's what it says at the top right here. Then it says he'll tear your soul apart, because Pinhead himself actually says that in the film, we'll tear your soul apart. Yeah, then on the side it says like Hellraiser right here, of course. And then it has like images of the figure right here on the back, and the various accessories that Pinhead has too as well. And it gives like a scripture down here too that I read. It says Hellraiser, yearning to surpass the earthly limits of pleasure and pain, Frank purchased a mysterious puzzle and inadvertently opens a portal to hell. When he solves it, his body is torn to pieces by the Cenobite resonance of the other realm, but something of Frank lingers, waiting on the blood of others to return to life. And plus it also says which accessories it includes. It includes 3 weapons, 2 swappable heads, and 2 different versions of the Lament configuration. Now when you open it, you can see the actual figure on the inside, which looks awesome too, You can see the accessories that Pinhead has, and this is where here's like a shot of the figure too as well. So I'm going to open this on up and get into it. This here is the background diorama that Pinhead comes with. So I'll probably use this for like photography pics. Looks like they have like blood on it too, on the chains. Yeah, it's like meat, like flesh and stuff, I guess torn from like victims. Alright. Okay, as you can see, there's the NECA Ultimate Pinhead figure. Now I must admit, I did have trouble getting the stand. It could be just the way the legs or the feet are bent, So I just put him like on a stand, But right now I'm going to measure him. And he's almost about 8 inches with the actual stand. Like he's kind of close to almost 8 inches. So he's actually over 7 inches, That's what I do first is actually talk about the articulation and the look of the Pinhead figure itself. Now, like I said, it does like I'm having trouble getting the stand, but I probably gotta mess with it somewhat, Then it'll probably stand, But I actually have like this right here to hold him up anyway, But yeah, as you can see, here's the figure itself. And it does look very good, I like how NECA did this, Like the articulation in the figure, I noticed like the nails themselves. When you touch them, it does like they could probably be broken, but I'm not too sure, I like how you can say that blue like coloring like under Pinhead's eyes too, just how it is like in the movie, because like Doug Bradley, I know he played this role for most of the series, I like how you can see like the skin has been pulled right there too. I know this even comes down too somewhere. You can see like his head. It's kind of awesome. I like the look of the figure too itself. It looks awesome. I like this like glossy like look it has to it, I think that's kind of cool. And as you can see, his arms can they can be raised. You can bend them too. Hand can rotate. And I think the detail on the hand is pretty cool too. You know, see all that the blood stain on his fingers. I think that's awesome. You can even see the veins in his hands too. I think that's kind of cool. The other arm can be lifted too, and out. And you can bend it. Hand can rotate. And even this one has like some blood on it too as well, you know. So far the articulation in the arm seems to be pretty good, you know. The waist kind of has a swivel, but not too much. You can kind of turn it like that, you know. But I don't want to force it, you know, so I just leave it like that. And I like how like the blood and the gore and stuff, that looks cool too as well, you know. Has like porn, you know, kind of how it looks from like on the film. He also has this right here too, like these stains like stuck in my, I forget what that's called, was put in like his stomach right there. That is kind of cool. And it's also blood all along all that too as well. But I guess like the one thing cool about it, because I was hearing that the previous Pinhead figures that existed didn't have like a removable, well, a skirt that can be lifted, you know, but this one does, and you actually can see Pinhead's like legs like underneath. So I think that's kind of cool. And of course, you know, you can kind of you can bend them and stuff too as well, as you can see. That's probably once I get those right, you know, I probably can stand them pretty good, you know. I know a lot of times you gotta like mess with it. Get the knee or the thigh turned just right and they'll stand. Even the feet can rotate, you know. They have like the pelvic thing on it too. And the detail even in the knees is very good. I like that glossy like look to it, you know. Like that gothic like look, I think that's awesome. Now one of the things I really think is cool about this figure is Pinhead actually like this skirt thing right here. This is awesome. You actually can like bend it. It has like a bendable wire in the fabric itself, so I think that's kind of cool. So you can like bend it any kind of way you want. So you can bunch it up, you know, or you can like straighten it out. Now that is awesome. I really think that's cool that NECA did that. That's probably one of the best features of the actual like figure itself, is that you can actually mess with this cloth, you know. I think that's kind of cool. So you can straighten it out, you know. That's awesome. I like that. That cloth in it, that's cool. I noticed these also have like a purple like look to it, like around the shoe boots area. I don't know what that is, but it has like this purple look on them. You can tell that they were painted like purple, you know. The head can be tilted too like that too as well. You can tilt it, you know. Rotate it all the way, you know. Like look up, and you can look down too as well. Now what I do is talk about the accessories that Pinhead comes with, and I must admit I don't want to complain. I did still have like a lot of trouble getting in the stand, you know. But maybe if I actually change the leg or bend it in a certain way, you know, it probably stand, you know. I'm just giving that a shot again. Now, first of all, Pinhead has like 4 alternate hands, so he actually has like a total of 6 hands in all. So this right here is like one of the hands. I like how they have like the blood like on the fingertips and stuff. Then that's cool. You can see like the veins. Then that's awesome. Even like the glove like on the pinky and on the thumb. That's cool. So he actually has like 2 of those, like 2 palm hands. Like this one right here. He has one for the one for the right and one for the left, and then he has like these 2 I guess you could say like gripping type hands, almost like fist. 2 as well. And they're blooded too. I think that's cool. So he has like one right and one left. So like four alternate heads, like I guess you could say 3 right, like 3 all together, 6 hands, 3 right and 3 left. The next accessories that I talk about, which are I guess like the coolest thing about the Ultimate Pinhead figure, is the actual laminate puzzle box, you know. So I think this is so cool right here. So as you can see, there it is right there. And the painting on that is just amazing. Like the detail, it really does look like that box, you know. I think that's so awesome. So they have one that's like this, that's like closed. Then they also give you one that's like it's been open, like somebody opened it. So they give you 2 of these, which I think is awesome. Very nice. Now right here, as you can see, I actually have like the box and pinheads like hand. So it's like you can just like sit in there, you know, if you want. If you just wanted to sit in there like that, you know, I think that's kind of cool. Here's the one that's actually open, like in the pinhead's hand too. Now the way these designed, it looks like you actually just sit them in his hand. You can't really, they don't have like no grip in hand that will actually grip it, you know, it looks like you just sit it in his hand. Another cool accessory that Pinhead has is the alternate head, as you can see right here. I think that's cool. So obviously you can tell he's like mad or angry with this head. Yeah, you can even see like his teeth very well too. I think that's cool. The teeth look good. The eyes, you know, and so on. And even this has like the nails like this. I don't think these can break. They're kind of like rubbery, you know, like rubbery type material. And as you can see, there's the alternate head on the Pinhead. It comes off pretty easy, you know. And of course, you can still like tilt this one and so on, you know. And this right here is like the head that was actually on him. I noticed it comes off pretty easy though. Like I said, let me see if I can try it. As you can see, it comes off pretty easy. And that's like the peg that it has on is like very small. So I think that's kind of cool. So you just push it back on. Now the next accessories that Pinhead has are these weapons that I'm going to talk about. Now I'm not too familiar with like the actual names of the particular weapons that he has, but I'm going to like touch on them as I go through it, you know, because he has like 3 different weapons, but like I said, I don't really know like the names of these particular like weapons, you know. And that's nothing I was wondering about too far as like the figure itself goes. I don't know if they were actually just based off like one of film or all the films, you know. But I know they do have like a name for all of them together. They call it the Tools of Torture. So as you can see, this here is like the first one. Well, one of them, I ain't gonna say really the first one. It's like a bloody, like, looks like a scissor type thing. Now, I don't know if it opens or anything, but it does have like this hook on it where I think you can like attach it to a pinhead. Now, another one he has is like this hook thing right here, you know, that he uses too, and it's like bloody and stuff. There's like a jagged edge right there. This is kind of like pointy too, you know, so you can actually stab yourself. If you're not careful, that is kind of sharp, seem like it. Then it has this right here where you can like attach to as well, so like it's to a pinhead. Then the last one he has is this right here, is like this like hacksaw looking thing or something, you know. And it's like blooded too as well. And then it also has like this way where you can like attach it to like Pinhead's waist. Another thing I think is cool about this Pinhead figure is that you actually can take like his the tools of torture, and you can actually just hook them onto like this rope thing that's right here. You just take this around like that, and you just hook it on in, and it just dangles right there. It's like a J hanging, you know. Then you can even take like the other ones. They all have like this S like hook thing. You can put that on there like that. And then here's the third one, which has that same like S hook thing. And you just attach it on there. If I can, let me see. So I guess just be careful not to break it in. You can have his weapons actually just hanging there. I think that's cool. That's awesome. So I probably always keep my the tools of torture on Pinhead, and keep like a weapon in his hand too. Probably the box, so I think that's awesome. You can see here's like one of the weapons like in Pinhead's hand, like one of the tools of torture. I actually had to change this hand and put on like a gripping hand for this particular hand. I mean for this particular weapon. He does seem to hold it pretty good, they had to force it in. Even the hand came off pretty good too as well. And there's Pinhead holding like the actual like scissor looking thing in his hand too as well. And here's the hacksaw looking thing in Pinhead's hand too as well. So he holds the weapons pretty good, Now, one of the things I want to talk about again is that I think that one of Pinhead legs is probably like longer than the other one. I'm not too sure, but it does like seem to be like troublesome and like a problem to get him to stand. I really am having like a lot of trouble with standing them. Now, what kind of bothers me is probably eventually I probably will. 'Cause I know sometimes you just got to have like their leg or their thigh or their knee turned a certain way or their foot, to get them to stand. Cause this is kind of okay. It keeps them kind of up. But actually, I decided to try this stand rail, and this is the one that came with the NECA Alien 3 Ultimate Dog Alien, Now, I think this one kind of stands them pretty well, especially if you like angle it a certain way. And it does actually, especially if you just like leave them like still, it actually keeps them like straight up, So I'm just giving a suggestion I was kind of stand. But I don't think about getting like more stands for these kind of like figures too as well. They'll probably help them stand better. Alright. Okay, there you have it. There's the NECA Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. Now I think this figure is awesome. He looks so cool, like so superb, But the main problem and trouble I have with it is just getting him to stand, So that's one of the biggest problems with the figure. Actually, my only problem I think with the figure. Other than that, it is awesome, But if you can get it to stand, good luck to you, But that was the only problem I think. What issue that I really had with this particular figure, and it could be just me. Cause I know, like I said before, if you just have the knee or the leg turned or bent a certain way, these figures will stand. Cause I always find myself finding out with like a lot of my figures, I do actually get them to stand. Once I actually just turn like the leg or the foot like in a certain way, they'll stand up for like forever. But yeah, I got my eyes on getting other kind of stands. Just because of these kind of issues, So if I had like a better stand, this figure would probably been just like excellent completely, But that's my only problem with the Ultimate Pinhead figure so far from NECA, is I'm just having trouble getting it to stand, But so far, I think this is an awesome figure. I would definitely recommend, especially if you're a fan of like the Hellraiser like series or like Pinhead in general. Because like I said, I did see the first Hellraiser film in the theater. Back in '87 when it was released, 1987, I saw Hellbound, Hellraiser 2 in the theaters. I saw Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth in the theaters. I also saw Hellraiser 4, I think Bloodlines. I think that's what it's called, like where he's like in space, like in the future. I actually saw that one in the theater. But once they actually went to the video, that's when I had missed all of them. I didn't see none of the ones that came back straight to video. But yeah, anyway, I would definitely recommend this figure, but mine, like I said, I had trouble just getting to stand, so be on the lookout for that. I really did have a lot of trouble getting Pinhead to stand. That's the only issue I seem to have with it, But anyway, this is the NECA Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. We'll tear your soul apart. No, don't do that. We have such sights to show you. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. dun, 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 dun.